We are close to done.
How? How do we only have 2 episodes left after this?
I don't know. This is gonna wind up being like a 90-minute movie, and I'm confused because don't Fast and Furious movies top 2.5 hours at this point in time?
I don't have my phone near me. It is on the charger over there. Otherwise, I'd look up what the runtime of the last movie was.
Do you know what it's called?
Was
Fate
it Fast of the Furious?
Was it the 9th
No,
one?
I don't think the 9th one's come out yet. I think it's Fate of the Furious.
Alexa, how long is the movie Fate of the Furious?
The 2017 film Fate of the Furious is 2 hours and 16 minutes long.
In case that didn't pick up on camera, 2 hours and 16 minutes.
It's specifically Fate of the Furious.
That's specifically Fate of the Furious. But at this point,
don't know if Furious 9 came out.
I don't remember either. I think it was supposed to come out earlier this year, and God knows.
What was the runtime for Hobbs and Shaw?
Probably 2.5 hours.
That was the last one that I saw. I did not see Fate of the Furious, but I did see Hobbs and Shaw.
That's
and it was
also
ridiculous.
a spin-off, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Regardless, I am accustomed to Fast and the Furious media, with the exception of the ride at Universal, being about 2-ish and some change hours long. So the fact that unless we have a massively long final episode, which I will laugh my face off if our final episode is like 45 minutes.
And here's the movie, RBB0.
We're just like, wait, what? Like, unless we have something like that, we're probably clocking in at about a 90, 100-minute movie.
I think that's fair.
It's shorter than I expected.
But it doesn't matter. Let's stop talking about how long the season is so that we can get to watching it.
It feels like we should have like another 40 minutes of this movie.
Well, we'll see. We're not going to be able to make that judgment call until it actually wraps up.
This is true.
But I think that's fair. I think the last 2 episodes in particular, we both thought, we were like, maybe they needed another pass with the script to like iron out some of the pacing and things like that. But let's see how the last 3 episodes of the season are gonna go.
So when last we left our heroes, Tucker had been stabbed.
No. If you're gonna do a recap, you have to do an announcer voice.
Oh no, I was just gonna go, Tucker had been stabbed, East had been absorbed and may never have been a person at all. And
I don't like that announcer voice.
you don't like my horrible, not really Vincent Price?
No. Not if there's not lightning and like a storm behind you. And you have to
I look like Raiden?
Also, you have to start there. You can't zigzag. You gotta start and commit. So
I refuse. This is red versus blue. When do we commit?
If you're going to do a creepy voice, you have to start the narration with the creepy voice and maintain it throughout.
Hello, kitties!
Yes!
No.
Yes?
No.
You can't do a crypt keeper and then not continue to do a crypt keeper.
I can if it's a reference, which it was.
Do the live read so we can get on with it.
Wow.
You can do a good crypt keeper laugh, though. I know you can.
I don't know what the Crypt Keeper laughs like.
I'll play it for you. I'll play you an audio clip when we're done.
It's the he, right?
It's very much that. That's not bad. That's fairly solid. Do the laugh.
Yeah, this is the laugh that I had a producer tell me not to laugh on camera anymore because it scared him. That didn't stop me. That just made me laugh.
Anyway, do the thing. Please, I'm begging you to do the thing.
This madness, such as it always is sponsored by Fred He Bakes. They are cookies. You should obtain them because they're fucking amazing. Yeah. Is that within the first 2 minutes of YouTube? Nope, we're fine. Not that we're monetized anyway. We're sponsored.
Continue.
Would you like to do it?
No.
Would you like to do it?
FredHeBakes.com. 20% coupon code Kia Cookies. Do it.
That was 20% of the live read.
Then do the rest of it. Like, subscribe, ding. Bye.
That's not the live read. Okay, so Megan's out. Megan's good for the day. We're just gonna go on without her. Something, Ohana, no one gets left behind. Get up here. If we're gonna do the Fast and the Furious thing, then we gotta do family.
Faster, please. I'm begging you.
She's furious, but I'm not fast. Anyway, Fred, cookies, really good stuff. Brown sugar buddies. They're like a cross between a spice cookie and a ginger snap, and they're chewy and they're amazing, and you should obtain them and put them in your mouth. Same with the maple brown sugar buddies, which are like that, but also maple. Same with the big chip buddies, which are not like that at all, except in the fact that they are also cookies, but they're big and they're chocolate chip and they're fluffy and they're amazing, and you should obtain all the cookies in the sample box because everything is made fresh, nothing's ever frozen, and you can't find them in stores. You find them at
FredHeBakes.com.
with coupon code
Kia Cookies.
for
20% off your order.
Yay!
How dare you rope me into this?
I offered, you gave me 20%.
Cookies for you, brownies for me, jam for your jam buns, except that's not how it goes anymore.
Treat yourself. And they make really good holiday gifts, so you should also absolutely do that. Yes, cookies.
Cookies for you, big chip buddies for me, and breads and spreads at a later date.
Yes. But for now, we have RVB 0, Red vs. Blue, Season 18, all of that. Episode 6, Shattered.
That's a good title.
Do that in the Zero voice. Shattered. I'm a ghost. Click. Why are you muted? We're muted because we went back to reference Ruby credits, that's why. Like, oh no, I failed to check beforehand. What an entirely avoidable issue.
I haven't seen any spoilers, but I did see Torian tweet out that this episode was super hype. So I'm excited.
I mean, this entire season is hype.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, that is 100% fair.
the question is, did it make Torian get up off the floor and sit on the couch?
I don't know. I scrolled past it because I'm like, on the off chance that something gets spoiled, I'm going to keep going.
That's true, yep. For people wondering about the floor, watch the RVB at home panel.
There's no guarantee it will
She
actually.
won't survive otherwise. You have to. This isn't right.
Daddy, what are they doing to me? Strap her down and give her a dose. We'll need to be quick in order to.
Don't struggle.
Uh-oh.
Don't do this.
Stop it! Stop it! Daddy!
So Faye's backstory then. Called it.
Huh? Is that you, Wash? Thank God. You're okay, Tucker. You had us really worried.
David, you should lie down. You still need
Fuck that.
rest.
I'm fine. I'm fine. These people have some amazing medical tech. If they hadn't gotten you here in time, Tucker, I think you would have died. What? Ah, crap! Those bastards! They took my sword! They took my sword! Did he even hear what I said?
You're alive. That's what counts.
You don't get it, because you never had one. I'm half a man now. Wow. I have missed you. What? Is that a joke, dude? That sword is the most important thing in the world.
At
to
least
me.
one of us is in a good mood.
More important than anything. Even the guy downstairs. Come on, stupid hinge. Just stay together like you're supposed to.
It's nice to see old friends.
Honey.
Hey, you okay?
I know what she is, one. I convinced myself the flickering was like a side effect of her birth step, but I saw it in the old glass files. A hollow echo. Solid light clone made with a fragment of your personality. The record said they never actually pulled it off, but why'd she do that to us?
Well, she's kind of an asshole, but I thought she was our asshole. You know what I mean. Come on, we'll never figure it out if we sit
It's a
around
good thing
looking at
Tucker's
it.
not in here.
You're right. I've been meaning to go over the tapes from our encounters with Viper. There's got to be something in there that'll help us figure out countermeasures for their abilities. You better believe it. What? Oh, huh? I thought you said something else. These walls are thick. It's hard to hear through them. Just come with me.
He's locked himself in there?
Since we got back.
West, can you open the door?
Oh, so this is what handling it well looks like.
Please, we need to figure this out. Viper will be...
Hands on her. I promised her. I promised her mother. I promised she'd be safe.
West, please.
you're hurting the most. We don't want to fight East. We want to help her.
How? You tell us. What? We need to know what happened. I know I might not cast you in the best light or whatever, but we just want to fix this. No one cares if you're a crappy dad. Raymond. No, Axe. He's right.
Raymond is the heart of this story.
It all started with Glass.
Rookies
a
usually
special
are.
ops trying to win the war through espionage and science. I believe you are part of a similar group.
Ooh.
That's where we started the first Shatter Squad, and we wanted to set up another. So we recruited the top cadet to train for leadership. His rank was also his code name, One.
He said I was like him.
But we were never able to secure a second team. Next we knew the war ended and ops like ours were being shut down left and right. He felt betrayed. We didn't think he was strong enough. We were wrong.
Strong enough to what? Lead? Survive?
He was stronger than any of us. I think this is his way of proving that. He took my little girl.
Are you gonna tell us what happened to East or not? Raymond, we deserve to know.
She almost died.
Wait, died? What are you talking about?
She was born with a severe disease that got worse and worse. But our Starlight Initiative had achieved some advances in alien medication.
He experimented on her.
They pulled a
It was
Coulson.
the only way.
Wait, is that where her zip-zap powers come from? It was hard for her, so she left. Ran away a few years back.
Tahiti is
That
a
super
magical
speed, there
place.
was no way for us to keep up. I guess we know where she went now.
Zero.
Is it sad that I just kind of want to go back to Walsh and Tucker talking in medical? Like, ooh!
It's time.
My question is whether this will work with them being unable to activate the sword. What?!
I don't think that, because there are multiple of them. I don't think they have Tuckers. Well, I don't
We
think
just
they can.
saw them take
no,
Tuckers.
no. I mean, I don't think they can activate Tuckers. I don't think.
There's a message coming in for you. From who? It says it's from, Juan. Did you but dial? Transfer the call to the war room. Roger Dodger, beach gobbler.
Good afternoon, Shatter Squad. Recovering nicely from my latest day out, I presume.
What do you want?
I thought I'd made that clear. I want everything. But I'm a fair man, so I'd like you to know I've just opened the final temple. The ultimate weapon is within my reach. Now is your last chance. One last ride.
To what?
For old time's sake.
Tiny, did you trace the call? Probably. Can I borrow a pen? Oh, also, he sent an email with his current location.
An email?
From zerocones@69.rbb. How retro. Yes, we've got him. Let's go, team.
Yeah, that
Bye.
doesn't feel like a trap.
Team?
It's over, One. Why else would he call us like that?
But
He's beaten us every single time. Every time. He just wants to show us up again. I won't give it to him. He's right. We've already lost too much. We're not going to lose you two.
look at you all. Don't you get it? This is what Zero does. He manipulates. He scares. He taunts. All so you forget that he's just one man. He once asked me
With
why I'm
two
here, and I
people
figured something
behind
out.
him.
This whole time, I've been told why. What's expected of me. What I'm supposed to become. Not anymore. I know why I'm here. I'm going to stop Zero. But more importantly, I'm going to save East. Not just because it's my job, but because she's one of us. So tell me, are we quitters? Or are we one badass team?
Damn if that wasn't one hell of a speech.
And he usually hates rousing speeches.
I was half expecting them to all be gone.
Raymond, you finished with those new upgrades?
Ready when you are, boss.
Let's go get him, Shatter Squad.
Right.
We're going to get her back. I promise you that.
I don't think she wants to be back. I'll settle for her safety, even if that means finally letting her go.
No one's perfect, West. We screw up, we fall short. All we can do is try. And for as long as I've known you, and God knows it's been a long time,
Daddy
you have
Death
never
Flag.
stopped trying to be a good man. That's why I'm still here.
You're a good man too, Axe. There's no one else I'd rather do this with.
Oh, they are both gonna die.
Like you've got a choice.
Are you both 2 days away from retirement?
Please kiss. They didn't kiss. I'm disappointed. I Well, I was wrong. Wash got another line.
Yay! It was nice to see them hang out for a minute.
Yeah, seriously, for me, that's like, oh, that.
I missed
No, go back
you.
to that. It's like, I'm sorry, you gave me the thing that I really like. I won't go back to that. It's always going back to the familiar thing instead of trying something new, and that's the way the brain is wired.
Well, Wash and Tucker have such an interesting dynamic that, like, not that we've been missing it for a couple seasons, but, like, the focus was on different sets of dynamics over the last few seasons. And so, but yeah, during the Chorus trilogy, like, they had a very crucial dynamic. And so it's nice to see those friends just be in the same room together again.
It's nice to just go back and be like, ah, yes, that one.
I also
I like that one.
I also like not giving up on East.
Yeah.
Just, I like fragment of personality, so I do think it is going to be, like, maybe a power of friendship. Like,
But legit,
we're still your
though,
friends.
I'm still just sitting here going, yeah, like, she may not want to come back with you guys. That's kind of like, we're going to get her back. She's one of us. I'm like, is she? There might still be that little bit of her that's like, oh yeah, my friends, oh yeah, whatever. But that's like 5%.
I'm hoping that it's enough of a percentage to convince her, hey, maybe destroying the universe isn't such a cool thing.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she's only going to come over when she stabs her dad in the throat.
Yee. Yeah. So, not great.
No! No, but you know, I predict a tragedy and then it's happy when I'm subverted, and when it's not subverted, then I'm right. Ruby has been making me right more often than not. It's kind of a problem.
It is a little bit.
It's a little bit of a
Especially
problem.
when we take as much time to, like, sit and reflect and speculate on, like, what's to come. It really does make the points of, like, when a prediction comes true, it does make you go, man, I hate being right.
She's like calling it from the beginning, he's gonna die. And then, like,
Man,
penultimate
I hate being
episode,
right.
oh shit, he's dead. Like, So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I really do think that just the way he's written and performed, that Raymond really is the heart of this story. And I'm sure that wasn't the intention, but he seems like the most natural character here.
Yeah.
And I love it. I for one, am here for Raymond.
An emotional anchor.
Yeah.
We talked at length about how we felt like pacing was off in the last 2 episodes and how, like, maybe the script needed another pass. I do not feel that way at all about this one. It was a very for a very dialogue heavy episode, I feel like they really nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, the one thing that bothers me is the fucking sword.
Yeah, that's a question.
That
they have
bothers me a lot.
They have lots of swords, though.
But the whole big point was that that's Tucker's sword. They took it from him. We saw that last episode. Like, I don't think they went and grabbed Locus's instead. Like, suppose that is Tucker's sword. Maybe the
I don't know for
excuse is
sure
that,
if it was supposed to be, though.
I think it was. Maybe the
I think it was
excuse is
supposed
that,
to look like it.
No, that's pretty. I mean, again, maybe the
It's
excuse is that,
recognizable.
can I finish a sentence?
Yes. As opposed to me going like, no, you're wrong. Because you're probably right. You were right earlier.
Maybe the excuse is that we get, okay, this is where for comedic timing you would interrupt me again and then I'd throw a pillow, is that he had a near-death experience and they're like, that was close enough to kind of, which,
If he was legally dead for like a minute or...
I don't think the sword gives a shit about legally.
But I mean...
Functionally.
If he was functionally dead for a few, then yes, absolutely.
That also means we have to murder FaZe to get the sword back.
That sounds like her problem.
She throws the sword and then realizes she can't teleport to that. Like, well, shit!
This is such a downgrade.
Or maybe this is the third sword that they have gathered. And it's like, well, but I really feel like it was supposed to be, oh, we got Tucker's sword.
I think you bring up an excellent point. I think if he was functionally dead, the sword might have recognized it long enough for somebody else to go, yoink, mine, ding. I'm activating it now, no takebacks.
Possibly.
I wonder then, because there's not usually a situation in which
the wielder fucking survives.
Yeah, in which that happens, I wonder if he can take it back.
So it is a Keyblade.
Yes. That would actually make for a really fucking cool moment, though.
That would be hysterical.
That I kind of want it now.
Yeah, but let's be real. He's not going with them on this mission.
No. Which is a bummer.
They're leaving him and Wash to have bro times in medical, and honestly, that's a side scene I want to see. Just this dumb boy bullshit for the next 20 minutes. Like, oh no, I'm here for dumb boy bullshit. Let's go.
I hope he gets his sword back, though.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want the FaZe situation to be resolved. Doesn't necessarily have to result in her death, but I would like Tucker to get his sword back.
But I mean, I feel like for something that was, we're starting fresh, we're starting new, there's a whole lot of stuff that's tied up in previous seasons. There's Wash and Carolina being there at all. There's Tucker and his sword being a whole big part of this. There's, we weren't freelancer, but we were freelancer adjacent. Like, there's a lot where it doesn't feel like it's brand new so much as it feels like it's a 30-degree turn to the right, which is something, and it sets you off on a new trajectory, but you have to go quite a distance for that trajectory to make a difference, because at the start, it's still pretty fucking close.
It's something...
I get not wanting to go too far from the formula, and I get that we've had issues going too far from the formula.
It's something... The problem when you do a spin-off of literally anything, or you do something set within the same world as an established property, is that depending on what it is, sometimes people will be totally content to just see something new and see it springboard off. The Mandalorian, I think, is a good example.
Yeah.
However, even The Mandalorian is starting to, from other things within the Star Wars universe that are already established things. Not
True.
to get into that discussion because there are spoilers there.
There are spoilers there, but The Mandalorian...
May I finish a thought now?
Jeez.
No, go ahead.
But The Mandalorian isn't pulling in characters from the movies.
Not from the Actually, yeah, from the movies. Spoilers! Anyway.
Oh, right.
Going through the Rolodex.
I really was!
But, again, there's always... I'll use another example. Prometheus. Prometheus, when it came out, regardless of the quality of the content, Prometheus, a lot of people were debating whether, when it came out, whether it was a spin-off or a prequel. And to this day, you could make an argument either way, even though the director has come out and said, this is the way I see it. The problem is that a creator, in this particular case Ridley Scott, clearly wanted to do this epic space opera-y, where we contemplate the existence of our lives and where our place in the universe, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What the studio wants is another alien movie with a xenomorph and such. And so what you get is this disconnect between wanting to do something new and needing to stay in a box. And at the end of the day, you please, in the particular case of Prometheus, as an Alien fan, I was not pleased. And as also somebody who likes original independent horror, I was also not pleased. So it's like, it can be difficult when you do a spin-off in an established franchise to, I would say it's damn near impossible to please everybody.
Well, no, you're never going to please anybody.
You can either appeal to new people exclusively, and disappoint old fans, or you can appeal exclusively to older fans and alienate, for lack of a better term, new people. It's very difficult to strike that balance of appealing to old fans and new alike. So when it comes to this, I don't have a huge problem with it not straying as far, but I'm also an established fan. I don't necessarily know how people who are newer to the franchise feel about the ties to previous seasons. True. I don't know. I haven't spoken to anybody who is coming in completely blind.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone who's either. I'm sure they're out there.
Oh, of course. If you are, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm also, as an established fan who was 100% ready to do the whole, okay, let them rest, let's do something new thing. Immediately getting the, okay, well, we're just seeing this be more and more connected to the thing that I had mentally already just kind of been like, okay.
We're letting go of for right now.
Yeah. We're letting go. No, haul that fucker back here. And I'm like, no, let it live. Yeah. So it's that weird disconnect of I was ready for and now for something completely different. And then it turns out it was not completely different. It's just, this wasn't Freelancer's fault, but it might as well have been. You know?
Well, it makes sense. I mean, Wash did say a million years ago that back during the war, they were looking for a magic bullet to win. And that it makes sense that Project Freelancer wasn't the only thing happening at the time.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I really liked the scripting in this episode. I thought it was paced really well. I thought the acting was really good. And I thought the dialogue was really solid. So I don't have a problem with the ways that it was tied back. You do bring up a good point about the sword. But I can also, as you immediately pointed out afterwards, I can see the justification for it.
Yeah.
So, I'm good. I'm fine.
I don't know. Again, this was a well put together episode, and this is one of those like, oh yeah, no, this one will play well as part of the movie. This one will be like, yeah, we're back on course for that. We definitely had a rough middle in terms of pacing and how is this going to work out, and being really confused as to sudden random ass developments. I still wonder about the alien minions. Like, when did Zero learn that was a thing he was going to get, along with the psychic Hone Edge can move by itself sword? I realize that Hone Edges aren't psychic types. I don't care.
I'm still wondering what the ultimate power is supposed to be. I'm sitting here going,
Santa!
Please be Santa or the Flood. Please be Santa or the Flood. Please be Santa or the Flood.
The question is
or
whether...
it's the Ark of the Covenant.
The question is whether... Well, then, at that point, like, they didn't even need to be there because they would have looked in the Ark of the Covenant anyway.
And that's when Tucker says, oh my god, it's just like Indiana Jones.
I mean, the Wars trilogy was just
that.
like Star Wars, so, you know, we'll take it.
I would be okay if this ended up just like Indiana Jones.
I kind of love that we've all kind of forgotten about Manaconda. Poor Diesel, he's just there.
I didn't forget about him.
Does he have a stake in this?
I didn't forget about him, he was in the last episode.
I appreciate that it's like, all right, we have story reasons for Zero, we have story reasons for FaZe, and Diesel's just had happy to be here.
And Diesel.
Yeah, really. He's just happy to be here.
And Diesel.
I just need Damien doing that now. Just like, what's his cameo? Yeah, and again, I can appreciate having a character who's just here to break shit and have a good time.
Rewriting the lyrics to the Schuyler Sisters with the Viper Squad.
Oh my god. Ah! Just,
Someone make that happen, please.
I'm usually good at rewriting things on the fly like that, but
it's
Hamilton?
It's too hard. It's too hard.
I mean, I fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda has improvised during shows to tell off people in the audience who were recording.
Oh!
And he's tweeted about it and been like, please stop making me improvise during my shot. It's gonna give me a heart attack.
I'm gonna die.
And it was lady in the front row, stop recording, and then continuing on. And it's just like, oh my god. So like, if Lin-Manuel Miranda has trouble improvising over his own lyrics on the spot, I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm capable of doing this without 8 more hours of sleep and a lot of caffeine.
I wasn't asking you to. I'm just saying, someone out there do it. Like, please.
Yes.
Anyway.
Regardless, I appreciate having Diesel here for no other reason than to wreck shop and have a very good time.
He's a delight. I appreciate it.
It's like, why are you here? Because I fucking can! I'm here to catch rockets and murder people, and I'm all out of rockets! That's his gig.
I appreciate him.
I appreciate that awful, awful weirdo. Let's give him more screen time. He's fun to watch. Everyone else
a lot of fun.
Everyone else has story and drama, and he's just here like, honestly,
all 3 of them are really fun in their own ways. I like seeing. Yeah, no, they're all fun.
He's fun to watch in the same way the Meta was fun to watch. Sometimes you really just want a bull in a china shop. You know?
I would argue that it's still very, very different. Diesel is a bull in a china shop. The Meta was a horror movie monster. The Meta is the space equivalent of Jason standing there with a machete, you know?
But I'm just talking about in action, in motion, having that one really big bruiser character. And Locust didn't quite fit the bill because Locust liked to be a bazillion miles away from the action. Shooting people and not talking about his feelings.
And just contemplating. Brooding.
Shooting people and refusing to contemplate or brood because that way lies actual guilt and human emotions and he can't have that.
He broods nowadays.
He's Batman.
Assuming he's still alive.
I will forever make the joke that he's somewhere between Batman and the tackling Alzheimer's patient.
Who am I?
Who am I? We miss Locust around here. We do. We love him. He's terrible. We love him. Anyway, I have many questions, but this was still a good time.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I think this was a good, we just got our butts handed to us episode, so like we need to sit down and like contemplate what just happened and figure out our next steps. I think this was a good episode for that, and I am excited to see how the season wraps up.
Yeah.
2 more weeks.
Should be fun. All right.
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin. If you like horror movies, I have a YouTube channel called Silver Screams where Katie and I talk about horror movie stuff. And I also have a Lost retrospective podcast called No Love Lost, where my co-host Will Link loves Lost and I don't. And we talk about it.
And for those of you who are Attack on Titan fans, if you're like, what do you think about that anime? We have a nice big backlog on that channel that you can work your way through. And maybe keep an eye out for things, maybe. But nice big backlog. I'm Katie. You can follow me all over the social medias and on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. Yes, good things. All of them live there. I am also on an Overwatch and Overwatch League podcast called On the Point. It's currently on hiatus because so is the League season, but, you know, we got a backlog. It's a good time. Check that out. That is fun and ridiculous. If you would like to hear us talk about this with other hosts, if you would like to hear us talk about this after we've had more than a couple minutes to process and think new thoughts and make new theories about these episodes.
If you'd like to hear us talk about this without bringing up Prometheus.
That's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. If you would like to hear Mark bring up Turbo-Teen in every episode.
Oh my god!
Of all the bits we could have developed, somehow we got that
How? How did this happen?
one. Because Mark! For those of you going, what? Check out Rooster Team Radio. It is on all of your podcast feeds. If you think this is wild, you should listen to that. In which I started our most recent episode by having a massive 30-second brain fart. Just forgetting my entire life. You know.
Quite literally the funniest thing I've ever seen.
The good shit. I pitch these podcasts as more cogent, but really they're not. They're just slightly better developed. We've had a little more time to marinate in everything. But yeah, that is Rooster Team Radio. Pardon me, that is on all of your podcast feeds. You can also follow us at The Rooster Team on Twitter and on TeePublic and join the Discord, and it's all super fun shit, and you should join in the conversation there. It's a good time. Yes, if you would like to support this channel, for one, do not feel obligated. We got day jobs. We're doing just fine. So, you know, we're good. But if you would still like to, we have a Patreon that gets you Rooster Teeth content early. We have a Ko-fi if you want to throw a couple bucks our way. We do commissions, not requests, commissions. And supporting our sponsor supports us. So head to fredhebakes.com, use coupon code KIACookies for 20% off your entire order. All that fun stuff. Make sure you hit all the buttons that tells YouTube you like us and leave a comment, and do not insult your fellow fans in the comments. Be nice. That's like the one rule in the comments section. Is just be nice.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick. It's okay to not like things. Don't be a dick about the things you don't like. Winner. And as always, we end with the important stuff. Wear a mask. Anytime you go outside your door, don't care if you're walking your dog or getting the mail or just saying hi, whatever, wear a mask. You cannot account for the movements and choices of other people. You can account for your own movements and choices. Wearing a mask protects you a little bit and everyone else a lot, and that's kind of the point. Wear a mask. Support your essential workers. They don't really get the choice to stay home, so be kind to them. Be chill, be understanding. The holiday season is bug nuts. This holiday season is super bug nuts, especially since people aren't traveling. Don't travel.
Please
It's
don't.
bad. So be kind, be patient, especially with people who are helping you out with your shopping or your groceries or whatever. Like, guys, just be good to them. Black Lives Matter. Black LGBTQIA lives matter, Black trans lives matter, Black lives matter. That has not changed. That is not going to change. Black lives matter. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting. If you're in Georgia, we're going to need you to do it again in January in the runoff, so please do that. Thank you for voting. And also, if you voted for Trump, you can fuck off. Because I don't need that kind of hatred, and I don't need that kind of malicious apathy, whichever one you fall on, and on my channel. So if you voted for Trump, you can just, bye Felicia, fuck off, see you never. The rest of you, hi, we still love you, very much so. Yeah, be patient, be kind, take care of yourself, take care of other people, because that is the only way we're going to get through this. Like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it is still a very long tunnel, and we are still in it. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember that we love you. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And when you stick it in people, it unlocks their death.